This Dogman sighting comes out of Rapides Parish, Louisiana, from June of 1987. It's an older sighting, but a good one. The witness states that he was 14 years old living in central Louisiana at the time of his sighting, stating that his mother had always been interested in the paranormal, that she would buy magazines and watch documentaries on everything from UFO, Bigfoot, Loch Ness monsters, and so on. So he says that he just grew up interested in these things as well, that he believed in them but still only took it at face value. He says that he lived in a mobile home park, which was on a two-lane highway, Highway 28 East to be exact, saying that it was a long street but ending in a cul-de-sac type of dead end. On the left was the only brick home in the park, that the kids of the park had a kind of club where they all would gather to hang out or whatever, which was a thin patch of woods that they had found some old chairs and placed in. He says that he had went out to figure out where to move the club, that they wanted to get further in the woods past a big ditch, that there were a stream there with hills on the sides, while an enormous oak tree had fallen next to the stream. He says that he spotted an old metal table down next to the stream, and he went to check it out. Thought it would be nice with the chairs that they had found. So he went down and inspected it. It was in good shape, so he thought he would come back tomorrow and get it. So he headed home. The next morning he headed back to get the table he had seen. When he got to the fence, which you had to duck to get under, the fence was bent at the bottom. So when he went to duck under the fence, he heard a distant sound of sniffing. So he turned to see what was making the noise, when he saw on the other side of the creek a creature that was standing there sniffing the air. He says it was 7 to 8 feet tall, with its head turned slightly. The first thing that went through his mind at the time was, "Oh my God, werewolves are real." He said that the creature stood on two powerful built legs. You could see the muscles upon the legs and ending with enormous paws. While it had no tail, it did have a massive chest as well as a very muscular arms and hands. Well, it looked to have hands, but with what looked to be pads on them. But he said that they were arranged differently than a canine's would be. The witness said that it had a wolf-type head and was very tall. It had a canine muzzle or snout, whichever you call it, he says, while it also had pointed ears that was standing straight up, while having reddish, glowing eyes. He says that this creature kept sniffing the air as it stepped over an old tree stump. Now he says that he would have probably had to climb over the tree stump, while it just took one step over it, as he thought that this creature was starting to come after him. Then suddenly it stopped and was breathing hard or panting, but it had a deepness to it, a rumble even, that accompanied it. At this point he ran back to the road where his bike was and went home. He says he never went back into those woods again. Soon after, he says his family moved to Mississippi, where he never knew of the Dogman till coming across stories on the internet. He says that with his encounter that he started down a path of fascination with ancient myths, legends, werewolves, and many other cryptoids. Wow, I think that was a cool story. Could the witness had ran into a dogman with a bad cold that day? Kind of reads that way. Just the way it was having a hard time breathing. I don't know, but something to think about, I guess. Does these strange creatures, the Dogman, Bigfoot, and so on, get sick? If they are real animals, I would say yes. So what do you think on this one? Drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you can keep up with all our newest videos. And thanks for watching those endless mysteries.